It is common to have a root or parent domain in a forest. In our case, this is
All right, we're back on
trihack.loc.
track.
For each regional office, sub or child domains are created, such as za.trihack.loc or uk.trihack.loc. This forest configuration will allow the sharing of resources between the ZA and the UK office. For example, if some user in the UK office requires access to server 1, we can grant access for the user in the ZA domain. This permission delegation works since there is bidirectional trust between ZA and the root domain and the UK and the root domain, essentially creating a transitive trust between ZA and UK. As mentioned above, the trust between a parent and child domain is bidirectional. This is intended behavior and is used to share resources through greater transitive trust relationships. However, as an attacker, we can also exploit this trust to compromise the parent domain if we have compromised a child domain. KRBTGT and Golden Tickets. KRBTGT is the account used for Microsoft's implementation of Kerberos. The name is derived from Kerberos, KRB, and Ticket Granting Ticket, TGT. Essentially, this account acts as the service account for the Kerberos Distribution Center, KDC, service, which handles all Kerberos ticket requests. This account is used to encrypt and sign all Kerberos tickets for the domain. Since the password hash is shared by all domain controllers, they can then verify the authenticity of the received TGT when users request access to resources. However, what if we want to generate our own TGTs to grant us access to everything? This is known as a golden ticket attack. In a golden ticket attack, we bypass the KDC altogether and create our own TGTs, essentially becoming a ticket granting server, TGS. In order to forge TGTs, we need the following information: the FQDN of the domain, the security identifier, SID, of the domain, the username of the account we want to impersonate, the KRBTGT password hash. The first three.
Yeah, about the two tasks narration playing at the same time. It was configuration problems with both Touch Portal and OBS at the same time, so all things considered, I was able to sort it out pretty quickly. I feel.
Are usually easy to recover. The last one requires a domain compromise since the KRBTGT password hash is only stored on domain controllers. Luckily for us, we have just compromised the Tier 0 admins group with a forged certificate, so we are in a position to recover the KRBTGT password hash. We will again use Mimikatz with a DC sync to recover the KRBTGT password hash on server 2. Interrealm TGTs. Using the KRBTGT password hash.
Okay, I think this is kind of... Remember last night when I referred to this as being able to look through a porthole and see the other computer? Not actually the same functionality as having access to a shell or a reverse shell or any sort of command line interface. I think that's maybe that's the official term for those portholes. I'm gonna look it up. Let's see if I can let me check on my other computer. Bear with me. I am curious about this. A DC sync is a type of attack used by cybercriminals to steal credentials from a domain controller in an Active Directory environment. This attack leverages the domain controller replication protocol, where an attacker impersonates a domain controller and requests replication of user credential data, including password hashes, from a legitimate domain controller. Okay, so I think I'm on the wrong track there. Here are the key points about a DC sync attack. Maybe they were referring to the attack rather than the actual sync itself. Active Directory replication. AD domain controllers replicate data to ensure all domain controllers have up-to-date information. The replication includes user credentials and other sensitive information. So this is something other than I thought it was. I think it's just the name of the attack that we performed previously. tools like Mimikatz can be used to perform a DC sync attack. The Mimikatz command lsetm DC sync allows attackers to request credential data from a domain controller. This is a super interesting task. I just did a bunch of fixes to prevent these types of AD attacks at work with Heath from TCM. Actually, that's cool. He's a good guy to know. That being said, you're making it harder for attackers, so I don't know how I feel about that. Just kidding. Detection and prevention, monitoring for unusual replication requests and changes in replication topology, privileged account management, limit the number of least privileges. Audit logs, regularly review security event logs for signs of DC sync attacks and network segmentation. All right. So I think we do the lsetm DC sync. Okay, so that's what we're looking at. So we will again use a Mimikatz with a DC sync. So we've done this previously. I hope to take my, it's just a day job. I hope to take my PNPT pretty soon. I'm signed up for it. I'm wondering if I can stream the lessons that come included with the PNPT certification learning. I don't know if they frown on that potentially. All right, so let's get to work here. Yeah, you can see our certs are still there, so that's fun. I think I can get rid of them because they're in the tools folder as well. Let's see. Command, prompt, cd. Wait, what am I doing? Can I just do tools? No, of course not. cd c tools dir. Okay, let's clean up the desktop here. And Mimikatz, so we just type in this and or copy and paste it. Priv debug. Looks pretty good. Error. That doesn't look as good. Get NCC changes. Why isn't it pasting? What did we compromise yesterday? Do we want to use... I imagine we want to use the administrator account. Can we launch it from here, though? We're on THM server 2. Wait. I should have kept going and just done these in order. Do I have to run this task again? Wi-Fi Pineapple has a HEC RF module. Oh, cool. Not sure what capabilities it has, but if this thing has SDR capabilities, that is really cool. Yeah. I've compromised the full child domain. I think these are meant to be run consecutively. And we have to be in the process of impersonating somebody, I think. I'm not entirely sure. Not the hashes. Not the hashes of the password. The hashes. In the tickets, I think. We're basically trying to turn ourselves into a ticket granting server. So it's the, I don't think it's a user password, I think it's a KRBTGT password hash. but I don't have the proper permissions to do this yet. And I think these were meant to be run consecutively, and I'm supposed to be impersonating somebody. So we already have the certificates, so I suppose there's no harm in just running these Rubius commands again. I mean, my understanding of this is pretty limited, obviously, apparently, and as in it is apparent. So that's the only thing I can think of doing. The good news is we still have all our certs. If nobody has messed with the server yet. Control V. And the certs are in the proper directory this time around. Hopefully I remember the passwords. Path to certificate, it's just a certificate name. Let's outfile. What did we do last time? The name of the file to write to the TGT2. Is that what we did last time? I don't remember what we called it. We'll just make a new one. We do need to know the extension, I would imagine, though. Wait, is Kirby the output? Oh, path to certificate. Okay, yeah. Alright, so Kirby is the output. And our certificate is our certificates. Can't imagine how painful this would be for anybody who knows what they're doing to watch. I mean, not that. DC IP of domain controller is we just want the shell DC, right? At this point. This looks good so far. feel like I've hit enter a couple of times now and nothing has happened. No, come back. What happened? Yeah. Let's try this again. And then I'm going to jump to conclusions. Can I do alt backwards here? No. Can I do control backwards? I can. Oh, too far. Let's not do that then. Do. If I had known it would be plain text, I probably would have changed something, chosen a different one. Maybe it doesn't want me to. It won't. I mean, it didn't prompt me to overwrite or anything, so let's just try a different output file name. $10.200. What? 120.101. Oh god, not this again. Oh, I purposely mistyped it because the certificate was mistyped. I thought I had perhaps mistyped it in a number of different places. Alright, so we have a ticket. Ticket written to admin1.kirby. I think the problem was it didn't know how to handle overwriting, the output ticket name. So there's that. Now we gotta fire up Mimikatz. And again, I don't know if this is going to solve what the issue is in the next task, but at the same time I can't be bothered to really think it through for whatever reason. I'm not feeling it. Oh, too many proof debugs. No. Oh my god. Says it's okay. We'll exit. And just to see if it's working. Seems to be working. So I think at this point we're impersonating the administrator using the pass the ticket desync attack. Now we have to do another desync attack with all that active. I'm hoping that's the solution, because if it's not, kind of out of I'm out of my one idea. Do the thing. Am I missing that I have to change a parameter in this, or? Okay. So yeah, we had it. This task is dependent upon the previous task being active. So we have the NTLM hash here. I should probably just copy and paste this all into Creds thing. I wonder if you could just create a new domain admin user in PowerShell with those creds and go right into the root DC now. I wonder. I have no idea what the PowerShell commands would look like. I'm not familiar with creating users. Let's see. How to in PowerShell. New AD user. I mean, since we're already kind of impersonating an administrator, we should be able to create users, huh? Yeah, I'm seeing that. I would like to try that the second time around. I'm not feeling that adventurous right now. I feel like, in addition to it not working, I would find a way to mess something else up too. Not that it definitely won't work. I'm just saying, I would screw it up in a myriad of ways that would result in it's not only not working. I feel like I'm starting to get a little bit better, but all right, let's copy this all in. Where's my creds? Oh. And paste. All right. Let's see. Looks similar. Let's have the robot take it over.
We could now forge a golden ticket to access any resource in the child domain. This will also be discussed in more detail in the persisting AD room. However, we can take this a step further by forging an inter-realm TGT. Inter-realm TGTs are used to provide access to resources in other domains. In our case, we want to exploit the bidirectional trust relationship between the child and parent domain to gain full access to the parent domain. We will include extra account SIDs from other domains when we construct the golden ticket to perform this exploit. Mimikatz can assist with this, allowing us to set the extra SIDS section of the KERB_validation_info structure of the Kerberos TGT. The extra SIDS section is described as a pointer to a list of KERB_SID_and_attribute structures that contain a list of SIDs corresponding to groups in domains other than the account domain to which the principal belongs. The key here is that we will exploit the trust the parent domain has with our child domain by adding the SID of the enterprise admins (EA) group as an extra SID to our forged ticket for the domain controller of the child domain. The EA group belongs to the parent domain, and membership to this group essentially grants administrative privileges over the entire forest.
This sounds very incestuous. It's kind of like the Futurama episode where Fry becomes his own grandfather. I think I'm getting that kind of vibe here.
The default SID for this group is S1-5-21-root-domain-519. Before we can go into exploitation, we first need to recover two SIDs. The SID of the child domain controller, THMDC, which we will impersonate in our forged TGT. The SID of the enterprise admins in the parent domain, which we will add as an extra SID to our forged TGT. To recover these SIDs, we can use the ADR SAT PowerShell complets. We can recover the SID of the child domain controller using the following command. We can recover the SID of the enterprise admins group using the following command to query the parent domain controller. Exploiting domain trusts. We finally have all of the information required to create our forged TGT.
Okay, we don't finally have it yet. I gotta do some stuff. You would then need to add the user to domain admins group. Add AD group member identity domain admins. Gotcha. Uh-oh. It's about that time. Did you got one? Okay, I'm gonna grab it before it gets away. Okay. Drop it. Oh, I got it. Okay. Good job. We did it. Good job, kitty. Hold on. Wait right there. Hi, kitty. All right, good job. All right, we did it, finally. We killed that mouse, or a mouse. The other two got away, but collectively, Coda and I were able to kill the mouse. She's very proud of me. She's happy with herself. All is right with the world. So long as we are able to get through this task. I should have some sort of clip for... Oh, maybe I do. For when we get a mouse.
Wow. We got something.
We got something. Yeah, she's pleased with both of us, finally. Oh, is it the new split ergonomic keyboard? That's all right. I'm able to, with the way I type, I am well versed in misspellings and typos and everything, so I can interpret what you're saying. I understand that the cat is not actually toking; it is stoked. All right, where are we? Having to crush a mouse in your hand, though, is not the most pleasant experience, I must say. All right, we're at the recovering SID portion of the show. We want to get into PowerShell. Again, could be a little clearer here. So let's just get on with it. Do I want to jump out of this? I think I'm just going to open another command prompt. I feel like bad things will happen. Let's make sure we run that in administrative privileges. And we want PowerShell. Yeah, what I first tried to do was pass off the responsibility onto one of the other cats who is not one to toy with mouses. She just kills them and eats their heads right away. So I thought she might do it for me, but she was a little disinterested. Maybe the mouse had the scent of the first cat. I don't know. They don't really get along. But, alright, we're in PowerShell. Get AD Gert. Oh my god. Okay, so there's a whole lot of numbers there that I think I would have a tough time remembering, so I'm just going to copy and paste them into our creds, even though they're technically not necessarily credentials. It's a good place for them, I think. And Control-Shift-V like a professional. Alright, we can recover the SID of the enterprise admins group using the following command to query the parent domain controller. Let me reread this again so I have a better understanding of what's going on. The SID of the child domain controller, which we'll impersonate in our Forge TGT, the SID of the enterprise admins in the parent domain, which we will add as an extra SID to our Forge TGT. Again, a lot of incestuous impersonations going on here. All right, let's just get on with it. Here we go. Throwing the command at it. We're in Mimikatz. That's the wrong window. Control backspace is what I want. Get AD group. Identity. Dash server khm root dc dot tryhack me dot look. I'm just gonna expand this just to make sure I'm not missing anything. And of course, it just kind of goes where it wants to. Good enough. Get the AD group. Get it. I've hit enter a number of times here, so I don't know what else I can do. I guess that. All right, whatever. I'm not going to even examine it. No introspection. Not working things out. Just moving ahead, no matter what. And Control-Shift V like a professional. Oh my god. Exploiting domain trust. We finally have all the information required to create our Forge TGT. We will use Mimikatz to generate this golden ticket. The command will look something like this. I'm already in Mimikatz. Is that okay? Felix, how you doing? I finally, the biggest excitement of the night was, well, in the last two streams, my cat brought me My cat brought me a live mouse, and the first two times it got away, but this time I managed to kill it. And the cat is very pleased with me, as am I. And so that was the big excitement. Now we're becoming our own ticket granting server, and we've collected all the information we need to generate the golden tickets. And that's where we're at. I have that issue with command all the time. Maybe the Windows PowerShell terminal will respond better. I think I was in PowerShell. Oh, I don't know. I'll just remember to hit space a couple of times and then hit enter. All right. We're almost at the end of this. Okay, control backspace. 1 control V. 20 OK. Okay. There's a lot of stuff we have to parameterize. We need what? The SID of the first? Let's expand this. Oh, Felix, I don't know if you saw on the domain, but thanks in part to you, Trent was able to get a pineapple clone going. So thank you for showing us those resources. My router will arrive on Sunday. I got one of the recommended ones so that I can take the easiest path of least resistance possible. Okay, so this is the SID of the THMDC, right? This is that password hash. Okay, I'm parsing this slowly. I just want to make sure this is the same. Let's just paste this in here, and I'll 185 1001, 185 502. No, here it is. 185. Yeah, that's what I was thinking it was. All right. One of the supported devices in my stockpile of cheap routers I buy from thrift stores. Yeah, that is a good. I'm always amazed at how many routers there are, like Goodwill and stuff. I don't know why that is, but every time I pass by, I'm like, why am I not buying up all these $5 routers? But I really haven't had a reason to until I've discovered the Pineapple project. All right, so let's look at our creds. And here's the first SID we need. Look at this, Control-Shift-C. I now have a clip for that somewhere here.
What's it doing? It's learning.
It's learning. Not my chosen pronoun, but it's okay. And we're going back to here. Wait, no. What is going on? All right. Let's minimize this because this is a little confusing. This is super laggy, by the way. All right. First SSID, first SID. Serve KGB. Now we need the hash of the KRBTGT user, and I'm just going to backspace one at a time because control backspace has been getting me into trouble. And I think the hash is just up here somewhere. It's the NTLM hash, right? Let me just check that against what they have. They don't demonstrate it. All right, password hash of KRBTG. If that's the one we want, right? What's the LM hash? Is that a different protocol? I think we want the NTLM one, but Trent, just out of curiosity, with the ones that you've come across, like how difficult would it be to wire additional antennas onto them? Like, do they typically have spots for them? Like on the Pi Zero W? You know what I'm saying? Like, do the routers that don't have antennas, are they using the same boards as the ones with antennas and just leaving the traces open? Because if so, I'm going to pick up a couple of those $30 ones. Not a couple. I'm not rich. I will pick up one for a video. And what are we looking at here? This is the SIDS of the Enterprise Group. 50-50? I suppose I can wager $30 on a 50-50 chance. Alright. I'm easily distracted, and it has taken us 10 minutes to create this command. Let's see if it works. Okay, let's do the spacebar trick. What happened? Golden command of standard module not found. Oh. Why am I missing? Okay, I'm missing stuff. You know what? This is a good idea. This is a good time to probably copy this so that, if necessary, I can kind of work on it outside of Mimikatz. But I'm missing the... Why is this? Let's just use the home button, shall we? Okay. So I forgot that Kerberos. And gotcha. We'll go home here. Kerberos. Golden ticket for administrators at za-tryhackme.loc successfully submitted for a current session. First, we will verify that this ticket works for access to THM-DC since it is a valid ticket for the administrator use of the user of the child domain. Alright, so I don't want to close up my Mimikatz session yet. Let's see if the magic portal command works. Let's bring up our other... This at least confirms that the golden ticket was forged for access to the child DC. However, since we specified extra SIDs, we should also now have access to the parent DC. Maybe it has to be the same window for whatever reason. Oh, we're in PowerShell still. Maybe if I exit PowerShell? Invalid signature. Why does my... Do I just need this? No. Am I missing something? Let's jump ahead a little bit and see if this works. I mean, we're still impersonating, I would imagine. Golden ticket for administrator at za.tryhackme.look successfully submitted for a current session. I have no idea. Do we have to be logged in as a different user? I mean, we're just impersonating, right? All this time, so... What's everybody think of it saying that the signature is invalid? Okay. K-List is the command giving us a list of the Kerberos tickets loaded, I think. And sure enough, I wonder if I just got like some of the SIDs wrong. I was copying and pasting them, but I'll try it. Let's see here. Trying to. Wait, how do I? How do you switch it from the thing to the thing? I thought you just clicked one of these. Am I doing this thing correctly? I wonder if we should probably ping it, huh? Mm-hmm. If we're extending it with only 55 minutes left, did the entire thing did our network just shut down? Because we're over an hour and 15 minutes now. I think the network just went down. I think our network expired, maybe. Very embarrassing if that is the case. I wonder what the status of our OpenVPN. Dead. All right. I suppose if the OpenVPN is dead, then I can't even ping it, right? Let's make sure it's dead. And yeah, they don't. they just kind of leave it up to you to, I guess, complete the tasks in a reasonable amount of time. They'll take 10 minutes to forge a command, copying and pasting it. This threw me because it's no longer in split screen. I gotta learn to type faster, I suppose, and think faster. What? Now what? Go to, no, just go to the, I want to open the, oh my god. Oh, we got a CD downloads, huh? Alright, let's just have a different. I guess we don't have to be in downloads for this stuff. What? Why not? Now what's wrong? Did I not? Oh my god. No. Go back. This should be okay. Maybe I didn't refresh the page enough times. Maybe when I hit refresh it... No, because I had exploiting AD selected. Are we on 5 now? What are we on? Alright, we were on 5 and I hit 4. Alright. But now we're on 6. Watch this. I've been practicing saying the word initialization sequence completed. How about that, huh? I got it. Okay. Well, time to change my password again. Sometimes it wants you to put in your password, sometimes it doesn't. Who knows? It's all willy-nilly. Alright, hopefully I can complete all this before I get hacked. And we don't have our RDP session anymore. Alright, well that seems like a good place to call it and just quit. Don't need this anymore. Do need this. Oh, God. What is wrong now? I've always been able to close the windows previously without killing the service, so I don't know. What are my resolve C or my DNS commands? It's the correct IP address. It's the correct domain, correct interface. Initialization sequence completed. Let's just leave this window open forever and ever. Let's see if that helps. Do I have to reconfigure DNS? Anybody have any idea what's going on? We've just been set back an hour. But I have no intention of giving up as long as we can get DNS working again. It says initialization sequence completed. Network state stopped. Oh, here? I think if I hit refresh, it will go away. How am I able to extend it if it's not even started? What the hell is going on? I demand answers. Good catch. As per usual. Thank you. What am I extending if it's not started? How am I able to connect to it if it's not started? What does start mean? I don't know. Does that mean everything that's already been put in place will just work now that the network is extended and started? And I'm connected to it despite it not having been working previously. Looks like I'm gonna have to do it all again. All right. You know what I need? I need clips from Groundhog's Day. Let's kill everything. Kill everything. Let's try using the same config file though. See if that works. Because we're not in the... Alright. Look at that. Initialization sequence completed. I'm getting good at that. Because I have to do it 10 times a task. Alright, oh God. When they... Okay. What the heck? Things were going good, right? I feel like we got a golden ticket, and that was good, and we only had to do like 2 more things. What? Yay! No. Oh my god. No, I accidentally pasted it into a plain text field. And, yeah. So I thought I had changed it successfully. And apparently, I failed to do even that simple task. Maybe if I stop with the self-deprecating humor, I'll have less weird psychological incentive to get things wrong. I don't know. I need to try a new tack because everything is the worst. Look at all the files we've created. I feel so proud. God. And the thing is, like, I would bail on this, but oh God, do we have to go all the way back to the previous task? Because we have to be impersonating an administrator. Let's try. I do blame TryHack me for this one, just because there should be some sort of warning. Maybe there is if you have it like an expanded full view. I don't know. Let's just try running from here and see if we can generate a golden ticket. Yeah, we don't have to be impersonating. We have all the information we need. We don't have to be impersonating anyone at this point. In fact, let's run K-List again. Nope. All right, so at the very least, we're gonna have to run Mimikatz. And run Mimikatz. And let's make sure we have something copied, I suppose. And that's too many Mimikatz. All right. I don't know how to spell privilege. It didn't say okay this time. It's because I can't spell privilege. It doesn't have 2 L's. What kind of crazy person would think? And thankfully, I think I did have the sense to copy and paste that command that it took me 10 minutes to generate, right? I did. And I'm hitting Control-Shift-C like a pro.
What's it doing? It's learning.
And now I'm hitting Control-V also like a pro. This does not look correct. Because I think all we need for this golden ticket command is the information. We don't need to be impersonating anybody, right? Is this one of those line break issues? No, it's just I didn't copy the entire line, I suppose, for whatever reason. Command of Kerberos not found. Space is an issue, I'm assuming. All right, golden ticket for administrator. Yeah, all right. So we don't have to impersonate anybody in order to be creating the ticket. We just need information. Thank goodness for that. Now we will verify that this ticket works for access to THMDC since it is a valid ticket for the administrator user of the child domain. We will verify. And we need to be in... I'm going to leave that window open because I just feel like bad things are going to happen otherwise. Alright, here's the moment of truth, yeah? Invalid signature. Still don't have the correct permissions. Let's do K-list again to make sure. Okay. Tickets loaded. I think it's going to wind up being a network issue again. Let's try connecting from PowerShell. Wait, where are we? Yeah. go back to PowerShell. No, that's wrong. Let's see. We have different SMB requirements here, I think. Why is it prompting for a password if we have the... We use the NTLM hash. The only thing I can think of now is that the ticket was generated incorrectly. So, we're going to try to do it again, because that's the only thing I can really think of at this point. So it says the ticket was loaded successfully, but if it's a bad ticket, it doesn't matter how successfully we loaded it. Do I still have my Mimikatz session? $1851001. That's the example code. What are the chances it would be the same for us? Looks like it's the same for us. Am I getting all the parts of it? S1522. Is there something missing here? I think there is. God. You know what happened? Okay. Figured it out. I apologize for putting everybody through this, having to watch this debacle. But when I pasted in the SID of the, not the enterprise group, the computer, whatever, the child computer, I overwrote let's go back here. I overwrote the, I don't know what you would call this, parameter prefix. And it said it was generated correctly, but I don't think it was. So let's make sure I purged all the other ones. And I did not. Deleting all tickets, tickets purged. K-list. 0. Okay. Not gonna think about it, you know. No more introspection, we're just gonna forge ahead. So I think, you know, I think when it said successfully submitted, it might not have been so successful. This time we only have one. Remember previously it went through like a long... I shouldn't have cleared the screen. Oh wait, are we down further here? See, 5 cached tickets. Are those other people? Would that screw it up? Who cares? Not me. All I care is if this works. And currently it's not working. So I wonder if I should check if I screwed up other things as well. But we're getting a different error message this time. Previously, we were getting what? No, when I pasted in one of the SIDs, I overwrote what I'm referring to as the parameter prefix. So I overwrote this part here. And now that I don't know why I would say that the ticket was a success if I'm missing parts of it, but it said it was a success despite the fact that I don't think it really was that successful. However, it's still not successful, but we're getting a different error message. But what I'm noticing too is that previously when we created the golden ticket, see, we had 5 cached tickets, so I don't know if those are from other people doing this task. Not necessarily, you know, maliciously or whatever, but now after purging them, I have the one ticket, and that ticket is not working. So I'm gonna go back and look at the contents and see what else I copied and pasted wrong. So let's get rid of these spaces. Let's type in SID. I wonder if this is supposed to be SIDs as well. I wonder if that's a typo of some sort on their part, maybe. But probably not. And now that I think of it, maybe we do have to be impersonating somebody in order to get this all going. But I don't think so, right? We just need the info. What? How the hell did I come up with this? Where'd this come from? This is the NTLM hash. Obscenity, how you doing? Fair to middling. How are you? How could I get... I don't know how I can get things like this so very wrong. Why did it not? Because I'm not using the shift button like a professional. And also, you gotta just delete stuff and paste it back in. Now, do I have the NTLM hash correct? The NTLM hash looks familiar. And it is. Hi, Coda Kitty. You didn't get another mouse, did you? Also, Obscenity, you finally found, my cat brought me a live mouse for the last 3 streams, and I finally successfully killed one before it got away, so that's all the excitement. Alright, now I know there's a way to copy an entire line, but how copy entire line? I'm desperately trying to make a golden ticket. How to copy entire line. Yeah, no. What? Control Shift 6. Where are we? Are we even in the window? We're not. Mark sets. We gotta purge. Klist, purge. Klist. Well, that's unfortunate. No, go back. Sorry, just messing with some commands. Oh, and we're running into, I think, a line break problem again. Alright, so we're going to have to copy and paste things in one at a time, I suppose. SID... And then what? I am getting sick to my stomach with how poorly I'm doing here. Password hash. Why did that swap me out of the threads? We're almost there, though. I am fading quickly. But I think it's going to work this time around. So at long last, the nightmare is almost over. Let's examine this closely, shall we? Kerberos, Golden, User Administrator, Domain, ZA, TryHackMe, look. The SID is there, and we have the correct SID. Service KRB TGT is there. RC4, the NTLM hash is there. SIDS, for some reason it has an S this time. Maybe because it's a user group. And we have the correct SIDS this time. And then we finish it all up with a PTT. Pass the tickets. And supposedly it is successful, as it always is. So let's not get too excited yet. Klist. Looks okay. Now, if this doesn't work, I'm out of ideas. No, I have one more idea. I think I can, if it's wrong, I'm pretty sure maybe the change of the SMB stuff might have done it. So we can change that back and try once more. But after that, I'm done. Hey, something happened. Upsetting, the other thing that happened was our network turned off while we were in the middle of doing all this. So that was problematic. This is going on 2 hours, isn't it? Anyways, we're in, so that deserves a...
We're in.
And so that cheers me up a little bit. But anytime I get to push a button, endorphins go off. This proves... Did I just do this one? The root one? I didn't. I did the child one, yeah? It's too many. Yay! This proves that we have now fully compromised the parent domain solely by compromising one of the child domains. Alright. What domain trust relationship is by default configured between a parent and a child domain? It's not transitive. What's the other one? Direct? Direct trust? Inherited trust? A little over 2 hours, I believe. I appreciate you sticking with me through the hard times. Yeah, 2 hours, 13 minutes. Let's see here. Nobody can question my commitment. Let's say that. Alright, I think it's direct. Oh, that's going to come up a lot of times, huh? Direct, directional. So close. And the other thing that's going to throw me off here is it's trusts. I can see by the... See, if we put in trust, that's no good. Oh, it is? Oh, okay. Never mind. Cheerfully withdrawn. What is the name of the AD account used by the KDC to encrypt and sign TGTs? KRGBTGT. TGT. KRBGTGT. Oh my god. It's part of the command that I took forever to care B TGT. There's no extra G there. Why would you think that? What is the name of the TGT that grants access to resources outside of our current domain? Intergalactic, planetary, interrealm, something realm, interrealm TGT, interrealm. Is there a dash there? Realm TGT. What is the value? Oh god. Of the flag stored on THM root DC in the director's desktop folder, flag 6 text. Alright, while I'm trying to figure this out, everybody try to figure out what it is. 4 letters, dot, and then it looks like 12 letters. Or no, 4 letters, dot, 2 letters, dot, 10 letters. So get to work on that. And I'll try to get to my window that I need to do this. Alright, type. Did you see that? Wait, no, that's not the one I want.
What's it doing? It's learning.
Does this look correct? Full AD certification. Is it? Did you look that up? I bet it is. It says periods, but sometimes I feel like they mean underscores. What about permissions? Would permissions work? I'm not going to count the letters because I don't want to. Or compromise. I wonder if it's compromise. Exploitation, full AD permissions. Full AD permission. Full AD certificates. Certificates. Full AD exploitation. Let's see if I can get it the proper way. Okay, what's wrong with the path, everybody? Administrators. That's not correct. Full EA compromise. Where do you get EA from? We were close. We should have just wrote a script to like generate all the different letters. All the different letter combinations. All right, we did it. It's wrong. Apparently it is, because I'm hitting submit and oh, they typoed it, probably. It's a sponsorship, product placement. I don't feel good. It wasn't pretty, but it's done. I'm not gonna give myself 2 Hack the Planets. I'm gonna give myself. Well, I'm gonna give myself 2, but then get in the car.
Hack the planet! Hack the planet!
Shut up and get in the car.
Yeah. Not great. I think at some point what I'm going to do is, once I complete this, read all the auxiliary text that they want us to read, do some of the additional rooms, and then do it all again. like one large redemption stream. Maybe even do like a 48 hours Try Hack Me marathon. Have some sort of charity benefit, whatever. What do you think? I mean, I definitely don't feel proud of this. Hi, Alessandro Fiengo. Sorry about butchering your name. I still want to know if you can just create a new dim. Okay. My curiosity is waning. I'm sure at some point I will be curious again about that. It's interesting. I don't know enough to... I did? I read it right? That's you should hear me try to read any of these tasks. I don't even bother anymore. I just have a robot read it. I typically lately have been screwing everything up. All right, anyways, let's go on to the conclusion. We'll read that real quick. We'll hit the complete, we'll get the confetti, and we'll call it a night, because this is, I'm probably going to have nightmares about this, guys. Exploiting AD takes time to master, no kidding, and the techniques used will highly depend on the configuration of the AD. If I use like an announcer voice, I think I read a little better. Structure that is being attacked. The biggest thing to understand is that the process is cyclic. We will, in most cases, not be able to run a single boot to root exploit that gives us DA access. The best approach is to perform exploitation that furthers your access, then uses the access that was achieved to perform enumeration again, looking for additional exploit paths that may be possible from this new position. Mitigations. AD exploitation, like AD enumeration, is incredibly hard to defend against. This is because what may be considered a misconfiguration... Okay, that's the first screw-up misconfiguration that can be exploited, has an actual business case. However, we can do a couple of things to protect against exploitation. We need to ensure that no configuration breaks our tiering model. Accounts in a lower tier should not have the ability to interact with resources in a higher tier. Furthermore, accounts from a higher tier should never log onto resources in a lower tier. The principle of least privilege should be followed when permission delegation is performed. Furthermore, permission delegation should adhere to the tiering model, ensuring that a lower tiered object can't alter a higher tiered object. I agree wholeheartedly. Alessandro, you are joining us at the very right time. It has been a nightmare up until this point. Maybe I'm overstating it. Am I overstating it? I should stop being so hard on myself, right? SMB signing should be enforced, not just enabled. This will prevent credential relay attempts. All of them? That's sad. That makes me sad. AD objects and their configuration are not the only paths for exploitation. AD services, such as ADCS, should also be considered part of the attack surface and secured. We need to implement sufficient security controls to protect Tier 0 infrastructure and accounts in our child domains, since a compromise of one can lead to the compromise of the entire forest. With our exploitation of AD complete, the next step is to dig in our roots to make sure the blue team cannot simply purge our access. This will be covered in the next room. Done with AD exploitation, ready for AD persistence. Complete. Confetti, yay, I was waiting for that. Endorphins, yay. Share with your friends. And then the endorphins plummet. Alright. Yeah, there was a 15-minute mouse killing break in there too. That was fun. It took a bit, but you figured out the issue and made your way through it. True. I had fun. Eventually. Even screwing up provides some levity. Comedic levity. I didn't mean to hit the... Oh, wait. I did previously. Anyways. Is it like a challenge? It was... Oh, the killing the mouse? Or the Try Hack Me room here? My cat challenges me every night, live on stream. For the last 3 nights, she has brought me a live mouse. And the first 2 got away, but the third one I managed to kill, thus passing the cat's challenge and accepting me into her house. Hack me site? Yep, it's tryhackme.com. The site I love to hate, especially their advent of cyber scam, which I have a video on if you're interested. It needs views. I think it's only at I think it's my least viewed video, which is crazy because it has scam in the title, and those generally do well. And it is legitimately a scam by all accounts. That's an opinion, not a statement of legal fact. But, alright, any other comments, questions, concerns before we head out? Sometimes I feel like, not so much imposter system, but I feel like my mom just bought me a pewter for Christmas.
What, your mom buy you a pewter for Christmas?
And with that, we're going to say goodbye. Thank you for joining me. Eventually, I'm going to go through all these rooms a second time and prove that I've learned something and am not prone to as many mistakes. So, thank you very much. If that's all, if nobody has any other... I thought it was a medal. Anyways, alright. Thanks, everyone, for sticking with me through these trying times. Bye. See you later.